Well, good afternoon. We're headed south on Canal Road, and you can see the canal off on the right-hand side there. This section is full of water. However, a lot of the other sections have long since been filled in. We're going to start our adventure at the Canal Exploration Center. Good afternoon. Just past noon. Beautiful day. We're down here in Cuyahoga Valley, another section of it, to explore some of the locks. The historical society's down here, but I don't believe it's open. Let's go over and look at the storyboard.
No, I was thinking getting. Okay, well, yeah. So we're coming to project in the canal. Have to clean the canal?
No.
Did you see how awful it is?
Just, well, yeah. It's been a number of years
That would take a lifetime to clean.
to clean. It took almost a lifetime to build it.
Oh yeah, but now it's going to be even. It's going to be covered in all the mud. It's so beautiful too. Good luck.
Thank you, dear. You have a great day.
You too.
Enjoy this weather. This is for November. This is beautiful.
Yeah.
Maybe a typical load that would have been on one of the canal barges. Yeah, could be. Take a walk over here again. Wow, what's that? One of the horses that may have pulled it? Yeah, the canal is long filled in, all the silt over the years. It's been almost 100 years. This would have been where the canal was. There's the Marshy Marsh now. And this is one of the locks. It's said that one of these doors could weigh as much as 7,000 pounds. Usually the locks were 90 feet long by 15 feet wide. The boats would either enter or exit through here. The doors would close. Massive doors. And water would be pumped into it to raise it to this level. Coming down this way, the doors would all be closed. And water would be drained out to take it to the lower level. That's how they maneuvered through the canal on varying grades. This one and some of the others, I can't tell if that's concrete or brick, but down below is the quarry stone that we saw from the quarry. Berea sandstone. Again, look at this. The beam, someone would get over here and maneuver these to either open it or close it. Massive. Sorry, I keep saying that. This one, I believe, was rebuilt, reconstructed. So it was actually a working model up until we had the COVID. Beautifully constructed. Unfortunately, it's closed. A respite along the way. And now we're going to take a look at some interesting components of the canal as we travel from here southward to Peninsula, Ohio. Even today, beautiful day, path is being used. Again, kind of replicating some of the cargo that would have been on the canal boats. And here, it appears a tribute to the mules. That would have pulled the barges. Donkey power, huh? Hey, bud. Thank you for your service. Just as a point and a question, I'd like to know what that is. It looks like a spillway. Huh. It's adjacent to the canal. Looks like there's a pool area in here. We'll have to do some research on that. More research coming up. Okay. The next feature we'll take a look at is the aqueduct, which allowed the canal to pass over Tinker's Creek. This is quite unique. Again, the original was constructed of steel, wood, and sandstone. And after several times of being washed out, they just kind of let it go. Plus, Erie Canal travel kind of dwindled. Tinker's Creek down there. This is the Aqueduct. Okay, as I was driving along, I noticed on the side of the road this particular structure. A couple of interesting things here. I'm gonna walk over here. We just passed the Cuyahoga River. Quite expansive at that point. But look at this. The canal not only had aqueducts and locks, it had bridges under which they would pass traffic, the roads, long since gone. However, back then this would have been an underpass. Well, I stand corrected. This was an underpass for a road. And also a lock. Again, quite unique. I haven't seen that. That's some of the old rotted away gates, paddle gates. And at this point, because the gates are gone, they've put boards to restrict the flow of the water. Not being used. Yeah, that's what that is over there. Alexander and Wilson Mill. Operated as a grist mill from 1853, it currently is a feed and fertilizer store. The original engineers could not foresee the damages that floodwaters would wreak on the canal system. To help alleviate the problem, floodgates were installed to regulate the water level along the canal. Okay. Hopefully I can get a decent picture of the massive floodgates that are down here. We would use this to control the level of the canal. We're headed down this old road to take a look at the remnants of a lock that have been sitting out here for over 200 years. Once the canal flowed right through here. Again, lock 34. What remains. At one point, I'd be standing in the canal, in the middle of it. But again, over time, 100 years worth, it went by the wayside, and now it's just a historical point. 29, I believe that's it over there. So let's go take a look. Oh yeah, this is it. What was once the Ohio Erie Canal. And again, the lock. which is over there. Again, this one was reconstructed. And most of these blocks are from the local quarry here. We're inside. And that's the 4-foot level. This is filled with sediment, so you can only imagine how high that was. Several people died falling into the canal, when they were operating it. Yeah. There was even stories of one lady whose husband was cheating on her. She took the kids and herself and jumped into a canal. I don't know how true that is, but could have happened. Again, the canal. We're going to go up top, take a look at the lock from up above. And the aqueduct would have flowed out that way. Time is taking its toll. Trees are growing where once nothing was, other than the tow path which would go along. And this was where the mill would have stood. It's all that remains. That's where the pass-through would have been for the wheel. The power of the river passing through there would have powered the wheel for the mill. I think the flood of 1931 really wrecked it. I don't think it ever came back from there. We're going to go down the towpath to take a look at the deep lock. These were used all along the canal. Wherever the elevation would change up, you needed a lock to either raise you to or lower you to the next level. It's called deep lock because it had a lift of 14 feet. Most other locks were built with a lift averaging about 9 feet. State engineers felt they could save money by building one deep lock at this location instead of the 2 locks that were originally planned. Well, that's going to do it for this adventure. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And remember, I would appreciate any and all comments that you have. Have a great day.